So it's April 1989, and my partners and I are setting out to make the movie Tremors. Now, my dad is very excited about this because it's the first time we've had total creative control over a movie, and he says, I'm going to be a part of that, and he comes down to visit the set. But he ends up staying and working as a production assistant. This is no lie. And he's having a ball, and the staff is using him to run errands and whatnot. But of course, the point of this is that he has with him the family video camera. We're talking high tech, sits on your shoulder, shoots VHS tape. And he starts shooting everything. Now, we're in pre-production, so not much is going on. So Dad shoots the town of Lone Pine.
Lone Pine.
This is where we were set up for the whole production. Here's what Lone Pine looked like 30 years ago. He shoots the staff, setting up the offices in Lone Pine.
This is production headquarters, and these girls are always on the phone. May has taken over the Best Western Motel. Here's where Steve stayed, room 134, his office. And right down there is where Brent is, and just beyond that is my little camper.
Now, I love this shot, and you'll see why.
Again, this is April 21st, 1989. And we are at the location in the shadow of Mount Whitney, where the filming of Underneath Perfection will proceed.
Now, hardcore fans will recognize that Dad didn't quite get the title right, but we did think the movie was going to be called Beneath Perfection, hence our stationery, Beneath Perfection Productions, hence the jackets we had made that we gave out to the crew. But by the end of shooting, the studio freaked out and said, there's no way you're calling it that, so we went with a title that we didn't actually love. But meanwhile, it's still pre-production and Dad is still shooting everything. And I have to say, I don't think any of us realized how unusual this was at the time. After all, this is before cell phones. This is a time when studios don't allow personal cameras on the set. But he's the producer's father, so who's going to tell him no? And Dad just keeps right on shooting. And when we were finally ready for day one, he was there too. You can hear me on this next clip on our very first shot. There they are, getting ready to do the first shot of this movie. There was a lot of excitement on this first day, at least among family and friends. Everybody was there. Even my son Matt was there. Here's Matthew down here. Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
Much later, Matt would get acting parts in both Tremors 3 and Tremors 4. Are we watching him make a movie yet?
No.
But eventually we did shoot the very first shot of Tremors, and this is it.
Died? That's a cut. Kevin? Engine died completely?
We are cut. We are cut. Like I say, a lot of excitement. Now this is, I think, the shot that we actually used in the movie. I apologize. Neither Dad nor I knew that our video camera was putting the wrong date on all the video. Well, we were off and running and making our movie. And there we are, setting up for the next take. And all the while we're working, of course, Dad is there shooting. Day after day, he's often where the main unit was working. And he eventually sends me this stack of videotapes, hours and hours of footage. And he's gone through them in great detail and made tiny little handwritten notes on dozens of sheets of paper. Well, 30 years later, I'm finally going through it. So I will leave you with this shot of all the vehicles that were actually on the highway when the lone Jeep took its drive that first day. Even though we were a low-budget movie, we had quite a few people working out there. So that's it for my first installment. I'll be back soon, hopefully, with another clip from the lost Tremors tapes.